Hello, I am Naya Stern. Welcome to my study. Today, we'll be discussing Yumi no Kuni, a video game I've been working on. This will serve as an introduction to both it as well as myself. These sections will be marked for your convenience. I hope you enjoy. I believe there are 3 attributes I possessed as a child that made me who I am today. Curiosity, a disposition to create, and the notion that I could do anything I put my mind to. This resulted in me becoming knowledgeable and fairly competent in a range of subjects. Although I grew passionate for many of these, and still partake in some to this day, one has always stood out to me, that being drawing. I like to think my 5th grade teacher had a hand in that. He had a bunch of old library books, and at the end of each year, he would let his students pick one to keep. I chose a well-loved copy of Tokyo Mew Mew a la mode. Although the pages had been yellowed from years in the basement, the beautiful early 2000s shoujo illustrations were just unlike anything I had seen before. From the artwork to the characters and premise, I was in love. It even had a bunch of notes from the artist talking about working on the series, side projects, and a little about herself. That insight, it's something I think really connected with me. Although it was only a couple of paragraphs, I find I continue to gravitate to that sort of artist-audience relationship. Anyway, this was my introduction to anime, manga, and art that inspired me to draw. I've since grown a deep love for the medium, and have my own humble collection of favorites. With that as my launching point into more serious drawing, I found it solidified when I discovered Drawing with Waffles and her approach to numbered sketchbooks. As you can see, I've been drawing ever since. A couple of years later, when I turned 13, I had my second artistically defining event, when I had received my very own computer. This partly came about because of a hot new video game that I had to play. A revolutionary, world-changing, decade-defining Undertale. I remember when my father first saw the pixel art and turn-based mechanics. He was so excited to upgrade to a powerful desktop, he hadn't realized the game I wanted to play so badly would be so... where the computer itself unlocked digital art and the continuation of my hobby collecting tendencies. Undertale opened the door to the world of PC gaming. Previous to this, I had really only played games targeted to children. Not to say that they lacked quality or anything, think of the Leapfrog, Wii, and DS. Oh, and of course, Minecraft. Lots of Minecraft. Now I had easier access to a range of different games, even smaller projects that you couldn't get through traditional platforms. This is when I first started to experience games with engaging and emotional stories, as well as deliberate use of mechanics and art direction. They weren't just a collection of mini-games or activities to complete for the sake of doing it. They were immersive experiences, more akin to a novel or movie. I quickly found what would continue to be some of my favorite genres: story-rich, indie, and horror. The late 2010s were filled with indie and fan-made gems. Although I didn't play many myself, I still spent hours watching all the laughs.
So you are entering into... Yes!
Who is Vivian?
Scares.
Oh, there's like an evil card. Oh, Jesus Christ!
What is it? What is it? What is
damn
it?
I knew it was gonna happen one of these times.
What is it?
It's just the duck.
And secrets they had to offer.
What is
Oh,
it?
Oh, it's a race. It's a race.
Okay.
It's a race.
All right.
Go!
Oh, great. More amazing control. Oh.
I loved seeing both the emotional depth these games could have, as well as the blurring of the lines of what a video game was or what it could be. As I grew older, I knew I wanted to pursue a creative path. I was just unsure as to how exactly I wanted to do it. But after some trial and error, it became clear. The most fulfilling way to tell the stories I wanted to tell was through the lens of video games. This would allow me many things I value and had trouble finding through other mediums. For example, as the player, a viewer could personally interact with the characters and story, as well as be able to explore the world firsthand, fully immersing themselves into it. As a solo developer, I'd have the opportunity to learn and control every element, from the art to the music to the very code itself. And honestly, I just love video games. There's so much you can do with them that is near impossible through other mediums. Plus, you can bring in elements from said mediums. Perhaps not to the same effect, but still. I've seen plenty of incredible examples. But in order to make a game, you have to know how to illustrate assets, compose music, write compelling stories, and, well, code. Enter Yumi no Kuni. Yumi no Kuni, or Land of Dreams, is an atmospheric 3D puzzle game inspired by the world of A Midsummer Night's Dream. While exploring a library, you happen upon a collection of drafts. Flipping through the pages, you are pulled into a world of dreams. Now stuck between the fragmented stories of fairies and gods, you must find your way back home. Some of the game's biggest inspirations include Phantom Beulah, Proteus, The Secret Garden, Greek and European mythology, and, of course, A Midsummer Night's Dream. My favorite stories often contain a three-way blend of comedy, horror, and darker, heartfelt narratives, such as Black Butler, Your Lie in April, Danganronpa, The Girl from the Other Side, and many, many more. I feel that any story I am to write will most likely follow suit, and this project most certainly will. I've decided to put together a collection of images and music to help you get a feel for what I have in mind. I hope you enjoy it. Welcome back. Now that we have finished discussing Yumi no Kuni as a concept, let us continue to what it is as a project. The practical idea behind it is a game that I can learn with. Although the world and overarching story are fixed, each area of the map will be its own separate narrative, hence it being a collection of drafts. This allows me greater freedom to explore ideas as well as learn how to draw, compose, write, and code a wider range of concepts. It also means that if an area's story or mechanics don't flow as I intended them to, they can be cut without affecting other areas. This also means that there is no fixed number of areas or length of the game, which could become a double-edged sword if scope becomes an issue. As of the writing of this script, I've implemented basic player movement, interaction, inventory, and a quest framework. I also have a dialogue system and level blockout that need to be replaced. I've also completed the game's first NPC, but that will be for the next devlog. I still have quite a bit of work before the tutorial area is complete. I feel as though my to-do list doubles every time I manage to check something off it. Alas, I mustn't get discouraged. This is simply how learning new things goes, especially something as layered and complicated as game development. Although I am prioritizing learning, my initial thoughts were to release a demo after the tutorial and first separate area are complete, more so for the fun and accomplishment of it all. After that, I'll have a better idea of the workflow and updates should become more regular. I would like to release the finished game as well, most likely on somewhere like itch.io. I don't have a set date, but I'd like to keep the project small, so hopefully between late 2026 and 2028. I'm very excited to continue working on Yumi no Kuni and share my progress with you. I have many ideas for this and other projects that I can't wait to get my hands on. Nonetheless, everybody needs to start somewhere, and this is my somewhere. I'll be uploading devlogs periodically. I'm planning on experimenting with them until I find what works best for me. I'd also like to try other types of video content, so stay tuned for that. If you're interested in my other work, links to my social medias will be in the description as well as my channel page. I also have a NeoCities. It's still in early development, but soon you'll be able to find an organized collection of my work, as well as my inspirations, a resource page, and more there. By the time this video is released, the sections most applicable to Yumi no Kuni should be up and running. This includes an About page and progress updates. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next devlog. Have a wonderful day.